for you.
Hey, Cerberus, what's up? Yeah, Turtle Wow. They'll come back. They'll come back. It'll just be a different version. I bet you they come back in like 6 months to a year with a different version.
Safe travels.
The Fall of Dunmotor. They just took the settlement because they had people in the United States that were getting sued, and they probably were able to get those people off by settling. I guarantee you, if they didn't have anybody in the United States and they were all like in Russia, I don't think they would have settled. They just were like, screw you. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Blizzard's got a lot of money, so that means lots of lawyers. But I think Turtle WoW will come back in some other iteration. It won't be called Turtle WoW, of course. It'll be something completely different. I mean, they caused it themselves. I mean, they bragged about how much money, about how successful they were. They made Twitter posts, they made X posts making fun of Blizzard multiple times. And I said at the time when they did that that was a bad move. I said, don't do that. I said, don't post on X about how successful your project is versus World of Warcraft's. That's just a bad idea. So they made some really stupid mistakes. They needed to play a lot more under the radar and not be so brazen about their population and how successful they were. I don't know what Stormforge is, so Stormforge like that's just another private server, right? Here's the question: Why aren't they closing? Why aren't they closing Ascension? Next to Turtle WoW, Ascension WoW is by far the most popular kind of vanilla versions of servers, or Classic Plus, if you want to say. So that's the real question. Why has Ascension never been targeted? Yeah, but they bragged about it. Hey, what's yeah, or Warmane. Yeah, I mean, there's other servers out there that are very successful. I mean, come on, they made X posts. I can't talk too much. I have a really bad headache. I've had a bad headache all day, probably because I lost my wallet apparently. But no, I had a headache before I knew I lost my wallet. Never lost my wallet before, by the way. That's a first. That is a first. Well, you guys can debate it. I mean, I really, I'm sure Turtle WoW will come back in some other form. I'm sure they'll release. It wouldn't make any sense for them not to. If the guy's truly in Russia and if he's got all the source code, which I'm sure they do, just re-release it and be a lot more discreet about what you're doing. Don't be so brazen. I don't know. They're not going to go after the Russian dude. They wouldn't. They're not going to do that. Sorry, but you're like a conspiracy theorist over here, man. Hey, Volstay, I bought $500 more of Bitcoin this morning. I bought 200 2 days ago, so I bought $700 worth of Bitcoin the past couple of days, and I'll probably buy more. Dollar cost average, baby. I don't even look at the price. I just keep buying, man. Yeah, I bought 500 today. Especially since it was down. I was like, oh man, it's down. Sweet. I actually love it when it goes, like when it goes up and then I know good things are coming. You know, when it goes down and I know there's good stuff coming that's going to drive it up, like the Clarity Act, I'm like, it's such an easy buy. It's like, come on, you know it's going to go up. Especially after that post you posted me today of some like congresswoman or somebody who like ahead of the Clarity Act bought like, you know, a ton of Bitcoin. I was like, well, she knows what's up better than I do. It the big question is I think the big question with Bitcoin is where will it be by 2030? That's like to me that's like the ultimate question. Like what is it going to be by 2030? No matter what it is, it should be higher than it is now. And the problem is we missed out. I'm not going to be a Bitcoin millionaire, billionaire or even millionaire because I don't have enough money to buy enough Bitcoin now that'll get me there, you know? But I'm still going to do my best to buy as much as I can, you know, and be like, you know what? Let's just get as much as we can and see what happens.
Well met. Well met. Safe travels.
Elf core. I am dealing with a grocery order here now. Luckily, my bank allows me to go online and like deactivate my cards and then reactivate them. So I like reactivated my card just so I could order groceries and then deactivated it. So if someone did steal my wallet and they try to use my card, it won't go through. Yeah, most people say that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, you never know. Never know where it's gonna go. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. The only thing that we know is it's probably gonna go up. The only thing we really know for sure is that they'll probably reach a new all-time high, right? Well, we'll see what happens. The Clarity Act certainly will help a lot, I think. Flectraptor scale. Flectraptor scale? I don't remember them dropping that before. I'm sure they did. I probably just never paid attention. Wait a second. My shopper is... What's going on here? Sold out. Publix Bakery, hoagie rolls. Can you, hold on a second, I gotta message this guy. Can you... Bakery, Italian... Hold on a second, I gotta deal with this. Of course, this always happens when I order stuff while I'm playing World of Warcraft. It's like that's when the shit they're like, oh, they're sold out. I mean, this never happens when I'm not playing WoW. Quest change. Bakery bread. I want this one. No, not that one. I don't want that one. Son of a beach. Here, I want this one. Done. Send request to shopper. We will see if the shopper gets my request. Technology, right? I watched a really cool video on. There's a Chinese female who does videos about her life in China, and I found it interesting because China is one of those countries that's like we love to hate on it, but China's so far ahead of the United States in a lot of ways. But I was interesting to see like what a normal day in her life was. And she's in like this, I can't remember which city she's in, but it was a big city, right? It was interesting. She paid for everything with her cell phone. Like everything was an app on her cell phone. So she never like used a debit card, credit card, nothing. It was always like just scanning barcodes and just accepting, you know. The associate told me that type of bread. Hold on a second. There's no bakery, Chicago Italian bread. I'm just gonna say okay, whatever. Whatever. But anyways, so she was, and they had these little cat shops, Volstay, like these little like cat huts. They're like these big, huge plexiglass houses that have cats, little kittens in them, and you can use, of course, you swipe your, once again, you use your phone to swipe your phone to get in access into this little hut. There's nobody in there but the cats, which I thought was really interesting. Like, what if you wanted to hurt the cats? I mean, God forbid, don't hurt. I hate people that would ever abuse a cat, but there was probably cameras in there. I would imagine it's all filmed, so you know, if you ever did something bad, I'm sure they'd just arrest you. But still, it's a little scary that I didn't seem to see anybody that was in the building. But you go into this little like cat hut, and you can play with the kittens and pet them, and they have little treats there that you could, of course, once again, like a vending machine, scan the code on your phone, pay for it. Out comes the treat, you feed the cat, right? And then, of course, if you want to adopt the cat, you can. And then the other thing was, like, nobody, like, people in the city don't make their own food generally because it's too expensive. So everybody in the city just, even for lunch, like, everybody in the city, when they're in an office job in the big city, for lunch, everybody orders out. And the food's all just delivered to this, like, delivery area down, you know, downstairs, and everybody just comes down and picks up their food. It was really a little bit. It was a little odd. I don't know. It wasn't really odd. It was only odd in that how much. In that there was didn't seem to be any interaction with you and the delivery person, and that everybody just trusts that no one's going to steal their food. I don't know. And then there was. And then the other thing that was interesting was the bathhouses in China, which I didn't know about this. In China, they have these bathhouses. You know, it's like old, like Roman style, where you go in and you just strip down naked and jump in a bath with other people. It's like a public bathhouse. And they're very common in China. And again, you swipe your phone, you go in. There's these people that tell you you're female this way, males that way, and You just go in and you get stripped down naked and go jump in a bath pool, and then they have these little sleeping kennels. I guess they're really tiny. If you ever remember the movie The Fifth Element, like in The Fifth Element, when he's going on the trip to Flotsam, whatever, Paradise or whatever, and remember when he was waking up and he was waking up in this what looked like just little like bunkhouses or something. It reminded me of that, like these just little bunk beds. So you're in this little area with all these like bunk beds, and you can basically stay the night in these bathhouses. And the lady who does this video said that it's very common that when she travels to other places in China, instead of renting a hotel, which can be kind of expensive, it's much cheaper just to go to pay money to stay at a bathhouse. I thought that was a little bizarre, you know. Let's see if we can take out two. Ooh, my red whelp gloves procced there. Big fire damage. Big damage. Another fire proc. Boom. What, did he just summon another one? Holy shit. Let's just kill them all. Alright, we're gonna try to switch. We're gonna swap threat here with a quick cower cast by my pet into a beautiful crit with Raptor Strike. Into a Mongoose Bite. That was a very beautiful target switch right there that I did. It was brilliant. Got a huge delivery of Grizzly Claw coffee today. I got the big bag, right? Because the little bags were much more expensive than they usually are. They were up to like $14 a bag, right? So I bought the bigger bag. Well, I'm not sure how big it was. It was pretty big. That's what she said. I bought the 2.2 pound bag, right? I bought this one. This big boy arrived today. This is the 2.2 pound. And I get the decaffeinated because my wife doesn't drink caffeinated, so. And I must admit, I'm getting kind of used to the decaf. But I have caffeinated as well. So when I want a real kick, I'll make the caffeinated Grizzly Claw. But in the morning, I make coffee for me and my wife, and I always just make the decaf. Of course, decaf still has caffeine in it. I mean, I still feel a little bit of a kick from it. You know, it still definitely wakes me up. It's just not as strong. But I've been going through those bags pretty quick. I've been drinking. Yeah, I usually drink like 2-3 cups of that every morning. So. Big damage. Big damage. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dodge that attack, baby. You can't. Oh, I'm gonna dodge that one too. You can't hurt me. Boom. Oh, Raptor Strike with Red Whelp Glove proc for extra fire damage. Insane. Unbelievable right there. I don't even know if you guys are... Look at that fire proc. Annihilation. The melee hunter is unstoppable. Oh no, he hit me. Oh! Oh! Switching pet taunt. Pet taunt is now back on. Oh, we're done with the model already. Yeah, oh, wait, that's modeled. Wait. Modeled raptor. Oh, we're done. Actually done with this quest. We still need the Sita's bag, so if we see any oozes, we'll take him out. And if there's some crazy RNG Jesus on our side, maybe we'll get the bag. So Valse, I told you I figured out the YouTube algorithm. So apparently all you have to do on YouTube is just upload a shit ton of shorts. Because people watch the shorts. They don't watch your stream. I don't know, I talked about this yesterday. I don't know if you were on the stream, but it's unbelievable. I can like stream for like 8 hours and get like 400 views, upload a YouTube short, and within like half an hour have 1,000 views on that. It's unbelievable. It's like crazy. Ooh, another proc of the red whelp gloves, coupled with a beautiful critical raptor strike. But no Sita's bag, unfortunately. Yeah, actually, I've seen YouTube channels that have like a ton of shorts, and I've always wondered, man, they got a lot of shorts, but they don't have a lot of anything else. My channel's always been quite the opposite. My first short I ever uploaded was just like a week ago. But it's so easy to create to them, pretty much. And you get so many views, I can completely understand why people would just do shorts. I mean, why wouldn't you? If every short gets like 1,000 to 2,000 views, do a couple shorts a day, you're getting like 2,000 to 3,000 views a day. The goal is obviously to get more subscribers, get more interest, and people wanting to watch whatever MMO we happen to be playing, right? People get interested in the melee hunter. The hunter that is the melee. And only the melee. I really, really want to get a couple one-hand weapons, though, because I cannot stand swinging slow weapons. This 3.6 weapon drives me nuts. Hits hard, but it takes so long to swing. Plus, we'd proc our red whelp gloves probably a lot more if we were, attacking dual wield. And I wish there was a vendor. Oh, there is a vendor pretty close, like right here. There's a vendor. We're going to use him pretty soon. Ooh, took him out with a fire blast. What's the volume sound like, Valse? How does the combat volume? Can you hear like my character sounds very well? Because I have it really low. I didn't know if it was like really, really low. I'll turn it up. I just have it. I've had a lot of headaches the last few days. That's why I turned the volume down. But if you can't like hear the sound of me hitting enemies, I'll turn it up some. It's all right. Okay, cool. I mean, it sounds fine on my end, but. Getting any raptor skin? We are not getting. Oh, heavy leather's good though. Would love to get some raptor skin though for my. Ooh, threat. Just swapping threat back and forth here. We need one raptor hide. And we need some cure. We need some heavy. We need some heavy leather and some heavy hides. I don't know if we're gonna get any heavy hides off these guys. We might off the higher level ones. If we get lucky. You might. If you get lucky. It's so funny. Excuse me. I don't know if you remember that post I did in the Discord. Remember that post I did in the Discord? Yeah, let's see if I can find it. In the Discord, I made a post, pretty recent post about MMOs that were coming and like kind of like how I felt about them, like what my personal hype meter was, right, for those MMOs. I know I did it. Let's see. So I did this. Like I rated my excitement for these games, these MMOs that are coming, right? And then I did this like I don't know, like a week ago, and then literally I saw multiple videos within the last couple days that are basically the exact same thing, right? People just saying, this is my hype meter, right? Like, so
the past few...
like Lazy did it. Like he talks about, he's giving him a score. Like, this is my hype meter. I'm just like, I basically did the same thing. I just didn't. I'll have to do a YouTube short out of that. But now I feel like, hey, what's up, Babo? But now I feel like people are gonna be like, oh, you're just ripping off Lazy Peon. Or I'm like, no. I mean, I was talking about this. I've talked about this. I talk about this all the time. I'm always talking about MMOs that are coming, right? I always talk about it. I mean, everybody's curious. Is there something down the road that's going to be good? And there will be eventually. I guarantee you, eventually we're going to get some. The MMO, the golden age will return. It's a product of AI. I mean, it's going to become so easy to actually crank out some of these games. AI is going to give development companies that ability. I mean, my team is finally adopting AI. I can't believe it. My team that was so anti-AI, my development team at work, was so very anti-AI. They just bought Copilot licenses for my entire team, and within the first day, they were like, my project leader was building like this whole rules database for Copilot to adhere to with regards to how it interacts with our code base. Because you can basically train it to say, hey, you can only do this, you can only do that, you can only suggest this, you can only suggest that. I mean, you can basically give it your kind of guidelines and restrictions, right? But then this other developer had it scan all the commits on the code base and analyze each person's role, like what people, like how it saw the developers on the team who did all the work, like did all the commits, and how it evaluated them. You know what I mean? Asmon. Does Asmon even play games anymore, though? Most of his videos, I mean, I know he still plays games, but most of his videos are crap content. I mean, I hate to say crap content. I mean, Asmon seems like a nice, decent enough guy, but he just jumps onto like viral crap, like viral news, which, oh, this person attacked somebody's door. This Karen didn't want to pay for something. You know what I mean? It was 3 hours long. Asmongold. Asmon has to go. His story is an amazing one, and it shows you what's so interesting about streaming. Because if you looked at him initially, you never would have thought he would have been like a popular streamer, right? Like his initial streams and stuff were pretty cringe. But he was able to look. I just got like 3 green items in a row. This is vanilla World of Warcraft classic era. We are doing solo self-found hardcore leveling. It's a community event that was put together by Grays for Days, Cargos, and a bunch of other streamers, and so I'm in a guild of almost 1,000 people. So what they're doing is they're creating guilds on Skullrock. The Skullrock's a hardcore server, and the guilds are race locked. So like if you in this guild, it's called Elf Core, and everybody in the guild is a night elf. Everybody's a night elf. And there's another guild called Bone Core, and everybody in that guild's undead. And there's Herd Core, and everybody in that guild's a Tauren. And these guilds are trying to get to level self-found hardcore to 60, and then they're going to try to clear Molten Core. What's up, Strafe? Strafe, how you doing? And then they're going to try to clear Molten Core, because no one's ever cleared Molten Core with a full group of self-found hardcore characters.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
The short people guilds, yeah. So we'll see how it goes, right? Let's see how it goes. Yes, I have the Greenwall add-on installed, yes. Yes, Morpheus, yes, we can talk to both Night Elf guilds. So when you see in the guild chat here, you can see when it says NC, that's Nelf Core. That's another guild. It's another all-elf guild, Night Elf guild. Since we're using the Greenwall add-on, it links our guild chats together. So, because since we're both Night Elf only guilds that are doing self-found hardcore, we have Elf Core and Nelf Core. So it's kind of a neat little add-on. This is one of my favorite spots for just getting free leather, because so many people do these quests. You end up getting a lot of free leather. Big damage. Big damage. My inventory is a disaster. What a surprise. What is this coming from? And it's not going to get any better when you consider that I still have to loot a couple more of these fragments, but we can turn that quest in pretty quick. Yeah, don't you hate it when they don't do that? I hate it when they don't loot the corpses. You're always like, damn you! Damn you all to hell! Use Hellfire and the healer instantly pan. Yeah! Dude, oh, straight, that is hilarious. The healer's like, he sees the Hellfire come and he's like, oh my god, it's gonna wipe us. Dude, that is so funny. I can see the healer panicking. Yeah, is it low? Oh, you mean the game volume? Yeah, the game volume's pretty low because I have a headache, so. Yeah, I can turn it up a little bit. Give me a second. And let me turn down my microphone. It actually seems like it's a little bit too loud. Yeah, my headache seems a little better. People dying left and right. I usually play with the volume pretty low because, well, mostly because I get a lot of headaches, but I don't like a lot of loud volume. Well, you think you're just helping, but I actually asked Valstate literally like a few minutes ago if the volume was fine, and he said it was. So, so you know, so a lot of times it depends on how loud people are actually playing their local volume. So, who is Rav? I don't know who Rav is. Or Rav. By the way, this is a melee hunter, so we're pure melee, no ranged whatsoever. And we can only wear gear that we craft, right? And we can only equip weapons we find in chests. So I've only ever equipped 3 weapons on this character. One was a light scimitar, and then one was like a 2-handed sword, and then this is the 3rd weapon. I got this from a fishing crate. So we can only equip weapons we find in chests. So. Man, I'm going to max out my skinning here pretty soon. We're going to max out the skinning. Yeah, it's funny. We had a few Horde players who were like mostly Horde or playing Night Elf for the first time, or playing, Alliance for, pretty much the first time, and they said that their whole lives they played Horde, but they said that the Night Elf like questing is like so much better, and it is. The Night Elf questing, especially if you start off as Storm. If you start off as a human and you progress through Elwyn to Westfall to like Lakeshire to like Duskwood, that whole leveling path is really, you can tell that Blizzard spent a lot of time, putting that together, and it's very well done, I think the Barrens was like the last zone they even put in WoW. I think they just were like, we got to finish up the Horde. We're under a deadline. Let's just create this big ass open space that doesn't require us to generate a lot of new assets. And I pretty much think that's what they did. So the Baron was just like them trying to finish the Horde stuff as fast as they could. I'm also kind of firmly convinced that the first character model they ever created was the Night Elf, or at least it is at least the best one as far as like the movement, the walk cycle, the animations. I think on the Night Elf are the best. Not that they have the best combat animations, just the best like walking and jumping and running and those types of animations I think are really good in the Night Elf. Alright, so we still need one of the blue raptors, and then we can come back and kill Mr. What is his name? I can't remember. The big dude. Undead is good. Yeah, no, Undead Zone is really good. I like the Undead. The Undead's my favorite. Like when I play Horde in vanilla, the Undead is pretty much my favorite. After the Undead, I would have to go with Mulgore, with the Tauren area. So Undead or Tauren. I hate Troll starting area. I hate Orc starting area. I really, really hate their starting areas. We're going to face tank this one. Turning pet taunt off. Let's do some face tanking. Let's see how quickly we can do some damage here. Hey, good night. Hey, man, good night. Hey, and also, God bless you for taking care of your mom, man. God bless you, buddy. Let's go ahead and condense some of this stuff up a little bit. Here we go. Did Viper Strike die again? Why did he leave the guild? I remember he was leveling up and he died and re-rolled. No, I don't see him. So let's see. I don't know what King's Core is. That's a new one. Stone Core and then Honor Core. So they've got some new ones that I've never heard before. Honor Core and King's Core. That's probably I don't know what those are. Nelf Core, Stone Core. Renomragon.
How are you? Very good. Off with you. What can I do for you? Safe travels.
That's what I was thinking. But I mean, there's already a human guild, but the human guild has the worst name. It's called Human Air, which I think is a really dumb name for a self-found hardcore guild. I mean, maybe it's not dumb, but not my favorite name. Let's just leave it at that. If we hurry, we might be able to get Pat through the area that we just cleared. I wasn't dicking around. Try to avoid combat here if we can. Oh, we just aggroed that guy, but let's keep running. Alright, fine, we'll kill this guy.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ah, that's the guy this guy was trying to beat. He just killed Sorreltooth, didn't he? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That's my fault. I knew he was... I could have easily beat him here, but I was dicking around talking to chat. Because he turned in the quest, and I saw him running off, and if I just would have hit the afterburners, I could have... Now I gotta wait for the respawn. That's what I think of that. Actually, because I'm a melee hunter, I would say not for me. I mean, Raptors and cats are good for sure. I've just, but since Furious Howl for me is a melee hunter, it actually gives me quite a bit of additional damage. So I like wolves, but yeah, cats and raptors are both good. I would say cat's better than a raptor because raptors have some issues. Raptors, I can't remember what it is, and I knew this, but raptors have like a pathing issue, or what is it? Ah, there's something in raptors. There's a flaw in one of the raptors' mechanics for the hunter. I can't remember what it is, but there's a flaw. Whereas cats don't have that specific flaw, so cats would be your best bet if you're just going pure DPS. But raptors are nice, But because of Furious Howl, my pet's Furious Howl adds 18 to 22 damage. So, like on a typical pull for me, let me show you how it works, right? So if I'm going to kill this raptor here, right? I'm going to drop a trap. I'm going to send my pet. My pet's going to cast Furious Howl. That's why I'm blue. I'm going to bring my pet back. I'm going to queue up Raptor Strike. So my first attack's going to be Raptor Strike. Boom. And I didn't crit. But part of the damage to that Raptor Strike was the Furious Howl, right? It was like the 20, whatever it is. Was the, was the additional 18 to 22. Now, what's nice is that additional 18 to 22, calculates into the crit. So if we crit, it's going to make our crit substantially bigger, like, 50 points of damage bigger. So it actually works out really nice for the melee hunter. Like, here's another one. Let's see if we can get a crit. See, like, there I hit for 258. Now, without Furious Howl, it would have been like, 210 or 220 or something. So for me, the wolf works. And plus, I just like wolves. Wolves are a little bit tankier than cats. They have a little bit better armor. But they're good. Yeah, wolves are good. But at max level, when I get to max level, hey, let me show you. Just so you know, I'm not blowing smoke. Why a melee hunter? It's just for fun. Because I played WoW for so long that playing a marksman is boring as shit, and playing like a regular, like playing anything, I have to do something different just to make it entertaining and make it challenging, because regular was too easy. So like here's my max level hardcore character that I've had on the server for a very long time, and you can see she's running with a with a cat. And you can also see that she's got dual flurry axes. She's got dual flurry axes with Crusader, and she does good damage. So this is a melee hunter pretty much. This is actually a melee hybrid hunter, where I actually do use stings. So the only ranged abilities she uses are stings. So she can use Serpent Sting, Viper Sting, Scorpion Sting, which I hardly ever use, and that's it. Right? Now there'll be some auto shots that go in there because you can't. It's just too difficult. I tried to create macros and stuff that would prevent my character from ever auto shotting. It's not broken to it. That is not broken to it. And it's just a white. It's a winter spring cougar. And I'll show you. I tried to create macros that would prevent any auto-shotting, and I couldn't get them to work. It always stopped the attack. So, yeah, you can see here, this is my kitty, right? Right? Where's my... I guess I changed some of the keybinds, but you can see she gets quite big when we proc Bestial Wrath. Alright. You can see my gear. Crown of Tyranny, Golem Fitted Pauldrons. We got the Savage Gladiator Chain, Slash Call Bracers, Devil Sword Gauntlets, Skibbies, Bind of Flesh, Devil Sword Eye, Black End's Breath. So she got decent gear. Dual Flurry Axe with Crusader. And this one here, too, like, if you look at her dodge, like, her dodge right now is 24%, which isn't great. The cool thing is, like I said, I played this character on Skull Rock for a very long time. This is one of the characters I started off on. Yes, yeah, so I'll get back to that, Lolly, and tell you about that in a second. Because that is 100%. Let me tell you how that works. I just want to show him really quick. And you can see that I've been on this character for a long time. And if you look through the bank here, there should be some pretty interesting gear. Maybe not. I thought I had, maybe it wasn't this character. No, here, see? We've got like the Blade Master leggings. So I have gear in my bags that I can equip that'll significantly increase like my dodge chance, you know. The Tristram leggings are actually really nice because you 2% dodge. If I throw on the Blade Master leggings, then our dodge goes up to, actually, now our dodge is at 26. Throw on the Tristram leggings, our dodge is at still around 26. I like the Blade Master leggings. They're actually really nice for a melee hunter because they give you a chance to crit strike. They also give you a chance to improve your chance to hit, and they also give you 2% dodge. So they're pretty cool. But anyways, whatever. So, and then, yeah, so I've also got this hunter here. You can see this hunter is using a raptor. This is another melee hybrid hunter, and she's self-found. She's using a raptor. This is the Deviate Stalker, which is a stealth raptor from Wailing Caverns. And then I've got this one who's using a typical wolf. She's also got a nice little fist web in there. But then we decided, so we had these two characters we were leveling in the Elf Corps Guild for this event on Skull Rock, right? So these are all pretty recent. But then I decided it was too easy leveling up regularly, so I wanted to add some more challenges. Like this was a hybrid melee. Like I said, with hybrid, it's mostly just using Serpent Sting and Viper Sting, and then doing mostly melee damage with traps. I decided I wanted to do another full melee leg, where I just do melee only, because I wanted to make it more challenging. And then the other thing to make it more challenging is I said I can only wear gear that I can craft myself. So at level 1, to answer your question, at level 1, I remove all my gear, I remove all my weapons, and I sell them all to the vendor. And I go and I punch mobs in the face. And I had to punch mobs in the face until I was around level 11 or 12, and I got my first weapon from a chest next to the harpies. And, in the Night Elf starting area. There's those harpies, outside Darnassus. And there was a chest, and I looted the chest, and I got a light scimitar, which is a white sword. It did a whopping, 3 damage per second or something. I don't know. It was crap, right? But that was my first weapon. That was the first weapon I was able to use. Up until then, I was punching mobs in the face. And then, of course, the whole time I'm skinning mobs, and I'm starting to craft, leather gear that I can wear, because that's part of the stipulations. I can wear gear, but it can only be gear that I craft. And then my next weapon came from fishing. I was fishing, and I actually fished a floating wreckage or something in Darkshore, Aberdeen, Darkshore, and I ended up getting a 2-hand sword. It was a 2.8 attack speed, which isn't optimal. If you're going to use 2-hand, it's nicer on the melee hunter to have a slower weapon to get bigger Raptor Strike crits. But, again, it was a weapon upgrade. I went from the crappy, level 6 sword to a level, 11 2-handed sword. And I used the level 11 2-handed sword until I got the other sword. And actually, you can see all this on my YouTube channel. Like, if you go here, right? And you go to the shorts section, I've put these on there. So if you look at me here's me getting the second sword, right? I don't know where the volume is on this. I hate how YouTube shorts come open with, no volume sometimes. Or most of the times. So here I'm opening up chests, trying to see what I get, right? All right, there we go. We could get in one of these chests. Come on, give me a weapon. Oh, you bastard. Weapon? Weapon, please? Wait a minute. Oh, we got a weapon. And so there you can see my second weapon that I got was out of this fishing crate. And then my third weapon I got was this one. So it enables you also. No, that wasn't it. Hold on a second. So here it is. All right. Let's take a look. We got some crates. Here's me getting the third weapon. RNG. Okay. Bolt of Silk Claws, silver. Nothing exciting. Oh, we get an upgrade. And that was a big upgrade, right? We went from that 11 DPS weapon to a 20 DPS weapon. So those are the only weapons we've gotten so far. Those 3 weapons. So. Yeah, I did do the All-Grays. That character's still alive, by the way. That character is still alive, and I think she's on. I know we're getting off track here, but let's just see. I think it might be on Bloodsail Buccaneers. I can also show you. I think it's Bloodsail Buccaneers. I'm not sure. Here's the first hunter I ever leveled to 60 as a melee hunter. This hunter leveled from 1 to 60 hardcore. This was the hardcore community. This is back when we were doing the community hardcore. So this character, full melee, all the way to 60. And you can see her gear. She was actually a dragon scale leatherworker. Look, she's wearing green dragon scale armor. And that was her weapon that she was using, right? So that was the first time I did it, which was really fun. Yeah, but this was a long time ago. This is 2019 or probably 2020 maybe. This is a paladin I leveled to 60 in hardcore on Skullrock and X for it, transferred her to this server, just for fun because I was doing some stuff here. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't see the warrior. Yeah, so I'm not sure where the warrior is. It may be on my other account. I have 2 WoW accounts, so it could be on my other account. We'll check Deviant Delight real quick and see if it's on Deviant Delight. I don't think it is, though. I think it's probably my other WoW account. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Definitely the other account. Alright, so let's go back to here. I probably should have just reconnected, but that's fine. Oh. What time is it? 9? Oh, I gotta check my phone. I got a grocery delivery coming. Okay, not yet. Yeah, but that warrior's level 39, I think, Lolly, is sitting at level 30. She's still alive, and I gave up doing that one because it was so difficult. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, but that would be easy, because what you loot is... You could loot all kinds of stuff. I mean, I've looted tons of green items and green weapons, and you know what I mean? What I'm doing is way more difficult. Like, way more difficult. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of what self-found is. Self-found is kind of what you're talking about, because self-found is you can't trade with other players, and you can't use the auction house. So you're only using items that you find, but you can use items you find. You can't use items that you get from quests, which what you're saying was a little bit different, because I would consider that stuff you got from quests being stuff you necessarily really didn't find, right? And it looks like somebody came up and killed Sorrowtooth again. So we logged out, did all that shit, and guess what? We came back to a dead Sorrowtooth. Son of a crap. So this is what happens when I get sidetracked. That's twice now we've come up here and he's dead. It's my own fault for looking at other crap. You know, there's 10,000 different ways to play. That's the thing, Lolly. There's so many different ways to play the game, right? I just try to pick stuff that I think will be fun for me. I don't like quests. I would have no problem not doing quests. The only reason I try to do quests here because I'm just trying to catch up to some people in the guild. Because I leveled a couple other hunters, you know, up quite a bit. So I spent a lot of time on my other 2 hunters. So before I started this one, so I'm kind of behind the 8 ball, so to speak. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted to get up to 60 as, you know, fairly quickly, hopefully. But yeah, I'm not a questing person. I don't like quests, mostly because I've done the same ones in WoW so many times. You just get bored of them. But also because the quests in general are fairly boring. They're not really that exciting, you know. At least we get some free skins while we wait for the Sorrowtooth to respawn. Do the training. Yeah, you could do that, yeah. Your warrior is pretty much self-found, yeah. It's kind of fun just doing only stuff I can craft because it's made me do stuff like, you know, it's made me do stuff like this where I've gone in and said, okay, what are all of the, you know, recipes, the leatherworking recipes that I can get? I've actually created a document that shows recipes by zone, like from vendors or from maybe drops, right? Or from reputation. So I like coming up with different things to do, like things I've never done before, or, you know, it's always interesting to me to say, okay, now, because a lot of times if you do these different challenges or you play hardcore, you start doing things or playing characters in ways that you wouldn't play before. Like, you know, I talked about it in one of my shorts where I was talking about how like most hunters would never use cower on their pet bar, but because it's hardcore, because of the way hardcore works, because I want to be able to handle fighting 2 or even 3 mobs at once. You know, having cower is really, really useful because I can switch threat really quickly between me and my pet. I can say, okay, I'm gonna face tank these 2. I'm gonna face tank this one. My pet's gonna tank these 2, but I may want to switch that up. I may want to face tank 2 if my pet gets too low, and then you know, use my deterrence. Right? I'll face tank 2, pop deterrence, let my pet just tank 1 if he's getting too low on health, and I can't easily switch quickly if I don't keep cower ranked up as high as it should be. You know what I mean? That's also why I have a threat meter over here. So if you see me here, if we see me attack Sorrowtooth, right? You can see my pet's got threat, right? Here, he will in a second. Okay, my pet's got threat. He's got like... Now, if I switch... Now I got threat. I must have did a big crit. Now I've got threat. But if I switch that off and put cower up, you can see he immediately jumped back to me. You know, once I switched my pet's growl off to cower, he instantly cast a cower, and and Sorrowtooth immediately switched and attacked me. But most hunters don't play that way. They don't even think to play that way. You know. In fact, I did a commentary about cower, and I was kind of made fun of by somebody, and I was like, yeah, it's like you can make fun of me all you want, but I don't think you really understand how to play your hunter class optimally in certain situations. There's a lot of stuff you can do with your pet. See, like right now I've got threat. I can turn my pet's growl on, and I can do disengage, but my disengage missed. But if my disengage would have landed there, coupled with my pet casting taunt, the mob would have instantly switched from me back to my pet, right? Yeah, it was that one guy. He's just like, you don't need to use cower. You just need to kite the mob. Just kite him, man. And I was like, okay, whatever. Thank you for skins. Oh shit. That's the guild Stone Core. They're hardcore Stone Core. They should create a guild called Stone Cold. Stone Cold. It'd be like a dwarf guild. We got 2. See, like here, I'm going to go ahead and heal my pet, which is going to pull the threat of the other one to me. That way he's hitting me. I did my pet getting hit by 2 raptors at once. Try to finish this guy off. Now I'm going to switch to this guy. Do that. I'll go ahead and disengage, dropping threat. Then I'm going to heal my pet, which is going to regain some threat. I'm going to heal one more time since I got enough mana. I got plenty of mana. Zelch, dude. Millennial Core. You know how much I love the millennials? Millennial Core. That's a good one, man. Millennial Core. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some more fishing pretty soon just to try to get. I hate using a two-hand weapon. I love dual wield, especially since I've got the red whelp gloves. The dual wield's gonna give me a lot more chances to proc fire damage, which should be pretty good. So I would much prefer those. Much prefer two-hand dual wield. But that means I've got to get not one weapon out of a crate. I got to get 2. Because I don't have any like one-hand weapons that are anywhere near my current level. I love me some free skins. Not looted. Not loot. No loot. Sold a shield for 12 gold and a one-handed mace for 15. Oh my god, how's that even possible? Are you not on a hardcore server? Strafe, are you not on a hardcore server? I mean, well, I guess any server people can buy gold. I guess gold buying is prevalent. There's no way people would be paying that much money for crappy gear if they weren't, if it wasn't like some gold inflating the economy, inflating people's pocketbooks. Oh, TPC, gotcha.
You got my attention. Off with you. Be good.
Curiosity taste the omelet. Yes. All right, I'm going to take a break. I want to check on my wife, make sure she's doing okay. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. I just want to make sure that she's doesn't need any help. My wife has a lot of medical issues, so I don't like to leave her alone for very long. So just give me 5 or 10 minutes. I'll see you when I get back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Like I said, I had to go help my wife with a few things. I have one inventory slot available. I have returned. I got my Coca-Cola. Actually, let's open up another Coke here. I just had a delivery of Mexican Coca-Colas to my door, by the way. They're so expensive. It's the one vice I have left in my life is drinking Mexican Coca-Colas in the bottle. $10 and like 30 cents for a 4-pack. So these are like $2 and like 55 cents each. That is not cheap. I need to find some way. Is it? No way, really? No, Mexican Coke here is not normal Coke. It's made with real cane sugar, which is way healthier than the freaking corn syrup crap they put in regular Coke. I mean, it's not that it's healthy, but it's healthier. You know? And it tastes better. So it tastes better and it's healthier. It's like, that's a win-win, right? Trump's been trying to get Coca-Cola to make the Mexican Coke here in the United States, and apparently they're testing the product now. Apparently they are making it. So with any luck, we will have cane sugar Coca-Cola made in the U.S. Oh, this guy just lost his sorrel tooth. No fucking way, dude. I'm right here. Well, he was only level 24. He said level 24 trying to kill a level 29. Sawtooth is like level 29, I think. Still have that quest to kill the alligators, right? Yeah, we still have the one for the young crocodilisks. Let's get this quest done as well. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bip. That quest is done. We still need Sita's bag and the Dragon Ball banners. We can also go ahead and, even though we won't pick up the next quest, we can probably turn in that one piece of the quest. Let's hit the vendor here, clean up our inventory. Actually, we're pretty good to pretty close to Arathi Highlands. We should probably swing up to Arathi Highlands and grab our first aid book. I mean our first aid book. And there's also a leather working, I believe. There is a leather working supplier at Refugee Point. I don't know if they sell recipes, but we're gonna want to check that out as well. I'm sure Hopper's hungry. Let's toss him a little bit of steak. Have some steak, Hopper.
I got what you need.
Alright, don't need any of this green gear because you can't use any of it. What else? We don't need this. The rest of this stuff, what is, these are all quest items? Crocodile skin, ghost hair thread. Alright, let's see if we can get Sita's bag. I mean, we'll hit Arathi Highlands. We gotta be careful going through Arathi, though. Arathi's got some danger points. Big damage. Big damage. Let's do something else here. Let's go to that down. Why is my Discord server not up? Let's open up Discord, and I have to do manage videos. Let's go ahead and put a link in the Discord. Let's get a little self-promotion. Streams. Melee Hunter continues. Path. Benny Blanco claims a victim. Benny Blanco. Yeah, there's the server. You can just tell the server keeps getting more and more crowded with people because deaths just keep getting faster and faster. We keep seeing deaths more and more often, which just basically means there's just more and more people playing. I mean, I asked yesterday how many people were in the Nelfcore guild because my guild filled up. It was 1,000 players, so they had to create a secondary guild called Nelfcore. And I asked them, I said, how many people are in the guild? And they said there was already over like 500 people. So that means just in the Night Elf guilds alone for this event, we've got easily like 1,500 players, probably more now because that was yesterday. And these guilds are getting people so fast.
How are you?
You know. Oh, I don't know Roast Raptor, sweet.
See you around.
Wasn't there like a leather? General goods, Superior Mace Crafter. At Refugee Point. I'm at Refugee Point, right? Butcher. Ooh, barbecued buzzard wing. 8 stamina spirit. Yeah, why not? Only 10 silver.
Let's get her back. I supply only the finest goods. Safe travel.
Alright, Hopper, can you not stand in the fire, buddy?
Open for business.
Ooh, 10 slot bags, 2 gold. Let's buy it. You know what? Screw it. Let's buy a couple of these guys.
Have a good one.
Should have bought these. I could have saved my money by buying these in Darnassus, I'm sure, but we'll just buy 2 then. And we'll buy 2 more in Darnassus when we get a little bit more money. Give ourselves a little bit more bag space there.
Hello.
I don't really want to sell these because I know I can use. You know what? I know I can use these, but I just can't deal with this inventory though.
To you.
I don't think I need flasks of oil for anything, I don't believe. Raptor egg.
Have a good one.
Guzagit. How's it going, man? How you doing? Okay. Okay, we got the flight path, right? Yeah, we got the flight path. Let's see where we can fly to in that flight path. Just curious.
How are you?
Okay, we're good. We're good. We got some pretty good connections. All right, let's take a safe little jaunt over to Stromgard Keep. We got to be careful of
Well met.
the horde pack that wanders the road, particularly. Make sure that we're tracking humanoids. I do generally prefer Alliance over Horde. I think I like the leveling path in Alliance better, and I also like the Alliance zones better than the Horde zones. That's just, although I do like the undead, I do like Undead Zone. Tears, was it Tearsfall Glades? Yeah, I like Tearsfall Glades a lot. And, so I like Tearsfall Glades. And Mulgore's pretty cool, but I don't really like Torns. I'm not really big into, I don't think their character models are very appealing for the way I like to play, but. So yeah, I've played Night Elf the most in Vanilla WoW. Yeah, we just have to keep an eye out for the Horde pack here. Just gotta be on our toes for that. I think I died once in a hardcore character because of that, because I actually aggroed the sword pack. I think either or I aggroed it and got away, but I almost died. I either died or almost died. I can't remember. Yeah, Mulgore. I like Mulgore. Mulgore's nice. I don't like the troll. I don't like the orc and the troll starting areas at all. In fact, I really dislike their starting areas. I find them very boring and bland. And so my biggest problem with the Horde and Vanilla is I just don't think the character models are good. The models just aren't that good. Special powers. First character I ever created in World of Warcraft in 2004 was, on day one of launch, was a Night Elf Druid named One with Nature. Spelled like this. One with Nature, because you can't, that's as many letters as you can use. It was the first character I ever created in WoW. Still have that character, I think. I think, maybe. I'm not sure. Actually, no, I don't think I do. I think I deleted her at some point. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and grab the first aid. 1 gold. We should go ahead and grab these other books while we're here. And we're going to grab any scrolls we find. We don't really need mana potions. Very rarely do we use them. Yeah, so we need to start farming some humanoids at some point because we don't have we're not leveling up my first aid fast enough. It's like way behind. So Leatherworks getting mage. That's funny. That's funny. I think I would think the first character I really leveled the most was a priest, and she was in it. I think a Tailor Enchanter, I believe. Okay, there's the human pack. Nah. Well, that's a good reason then, right? Alright, again, we gotta keep an eye out for the Horde. That's the only real danger here in this zone. Next time I go to the Night Elf area, we'll pick up 2 more 10-slot bags. That will give us 4 more, I think, right? That'll give us 4 more slots, so put us out to here. Backspace is such a premium. And then we're going to be doing a lot of fishing at some point. We may do fishing tonight around 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning. When most people have logged off. We'll go over and hit Dust Wallow. I don't really want to look when I'm running down the road here because I could just run right into the Horde, so let's not look now, but we'll do some fishing. Imperial the Mage is slain. Ravika the Warrior is slain by Ice Claw Bear. Ooh. Sock Soap? That's kind of a weird name. Sock Soap? My first hunter I ever created in World of Warcraft and my first priest I ever created in World of Warcraft still exist. Faith Driven was the first priest I ever made. She's still around, and she still has the most played time probably of any character I've ever had played. The most played time is on her. And then my hunter Cheryl is still around. She stopped playing hunters when Blizzard took away the ability for hunters to equip two weapons. You couldn't like equip like a longsword and a longsword and a bow. When they did that, I boycotted the hunter class. I was so pissed off. I was like, screw you, Blizzard. I just literally stopped playing hunters at that point. Well, for like about 3 or 4 years until I played a hunter again, because I was so mad at Blizzard for that. It was such a stupid move on their part. Ooh, we lost it. A level 32 hunter in my guild. And a 24 demon elf. And then a 20 warrior. Yeah, a lot of deaths. Lots of deaths. But again, I think it just shows how many people are on the server, right? Like if I do /u, only 18 people town, so there's... Yeah, it's too bad we can't get like an accurate count. I wonder if Ironforge Pro has updated stats. Do we not have like hardcore servers? Yeah, Skullrock doesn't even show up on the Classic Era servers. That's weird. And this is pretty recent data. Is it Classic Era US? Huh. They don't have Skullrock on here. Kind of sucks.
What's up? Hurry back. Potential customer.
Oh, we got a heavy hide.
For real.
Shit. We only need 2, right? Yeah, so we just need 1 more heavy hide and a raptor hide. Okay, well, we'll get that. I wonder who gave us the heavy hide. I wonder if it was Sorreltooth. Actually, we could kill the raptors here. There's level 30 raptors. Oh my goodness, I forgot. We're about ready for the raptor cave. Ooh, we should do that. We should do the raptor cave. It's dangerous though. It can be dangerous. can't really use silk cloth yet. We're still on frickin' wool, man, which sucks. We're definitely behind on our first aid. Ah. Wee-hee-hee. Oh, we don't have the weak aura? It says right there. Spell or applied. Skill name like Shadow Meld. There we go. I always like to see that when I go into stealth. Actually, I think Sita's bag gives us a 10 slot bag, if I remember correctly. So that'll get us our other 10 slot bag, and then we just have to buy one more, and we'll be maxed out on 10 slotters. But we really need wool cloth. The question now is, do I want to go to Astronar and do the Astronar quest lines? Or do I want to skip the Astronar quest lines, and do I want to go straight to Darkshore and do the Darkshore quest lines? Or sorry, Duskwood quest lines. I'm not sure which one did I want to do. If we do... let me see. I think we might want to do Astronar. And we do have the Elun's Tear and Renee's Cleansing, which can be pretty lengthy. Renee's Cleansing is a lot of running around, but as a hunter it won't be too bad. And we will get a lot of experience from doing Renee's Cleansing. But it is kind of boring. A lot of running around. We also have the Raptor Cave. If we do the Raptor Cave, we can go ahead and get the materials we need to craft the Barbaric Bracers, which is probably would be a really good idea because my current bracers have no stats whatsoever. So that might be the best actually avenue right now, is to do that. Barbaric Bracers, all we need, we've got 2 more pearls, so all we need is a Raptor Hide and another Heavy Hide, which we will get easy. We'll get all of this stuff easily in the Raptor Cave, so that should be the next choice. That should be the next thing we do. I am on Skull Rock. I think it's in the stream description, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, it is in the stream description. Yeah, we're on Skull Rock. No one ever reads the stream descriptions, though. It's funny.
Hi, off with you.
Hey, left guild and then went and died. Last words, elf core sycophants.
Hello. Be good. See you soon.
Okay, we can
Keep
pick.
your feet on the ground.
That was actually worth a lot of experience. 2,300 experience is a lot.
Great to meet you. Watch your back.
And that should give us another 10 slaughter. Perfect. Alright, what else? Do we have another quest here? Yeah, we have another quest to turn. I thought we did. Valstay, welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. We're just turning in all the quests we did. Probably going
Be
to...
careful. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you.
I think we're going to fly to Ironforge and just offload some of my stuff. Clear some inventory space. And then we're going to hit the Raptor Cave, I think.
Need help?
And go ahead and get our materials so that we can craft our barbaric bracers. Because we can only wear gear that we craft. So we have to like constantly be looking for crafting recipes and things that we can do to improve our gear situation. We're getting up there though, I'll say. What are we? We're still level 27? Considering this is the third hunter I've been playing. I've never died on the server. Actually, I don't think I've ever died on Skull Rock. I mean, I've got a lot of characters on Skull Rock. I'm trying to think if I must have died at some point. But I leveled a Paladin to 60 on Skull Rock. I leveled a Hunter to 60 on Skull Rock. I've got a 35 Hunter, a 22 Hunter, this Hunter, who's 27, and none of them ever died. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really... I wonder if I've ever died on Skull Rock. I don't know if I have. I'm sure I probably have. I can't think of when. Alright, so we are nowhere near the top. The highest level character in the guild is Lintharia, level 57. I am way down here at 27, so we got a ways to go to catch up to these other high level characters. And being that we're a melee hunter, we're at a disadvantage, so we got to put in some effort, got to put in some time. Oh, that's the second person Benny Blanco's killed in the last couple hours. Ooh, I just slammed my head in the
How are you?
damn night owls are so tall. What do we got? We got a 6 slot and a 8 slot, so let's do this. I have way too much food. We're gonna sell some of this food too. We don't need this much. Let's see if I can unequip this bag. Doesn't really help us do it, does it? It doesn't really help us. what we needed to do is, let's see if we can switch the positions of these. I don't know if this is gonna. Is this gonna? Oh, that does work. I didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool. So when I switched the bags, it actually switched the locations of what was in the bags, which is interesting. We should have an 8 slot. Yeah, this is an 8 slot. All right, we can sell that. And I think I sold the other 8 slot. I did. What else? We got all these damn healing potions. Leather, 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 leather. $10, $80. First aid, 125. No, we're only 3 points away, so let's just hold on to the book and prioritize getting that. Crab cake. We got our 4, right? Yeah, we got 4. Perfect. And let's sell some stuff. What can we sell? We don't need this. We can sell that. We can sell that. Oh, here we go. Sweet. See if we can get to 125. We can go ahead and use our first aid book. 124. 125.
Off with you.
Let's use our first aid book.
Here there.
Okay, let's put this. Sell. Sell, I think. Sell.
Watch your back. What's on your mind? Safe travel.
You gonna lay down? All right, sir. Man, have a good one, dude. Thanks for stopping by as always. We could go pick up the raptor pet, but we'd have to go all the way to Wailing Caverns to get him. But we're at a level right now where we could pick up the Deviant Stalker. He's a really cool pet. He wouldn't be as good for me as damage-wise, though, unfortunately. I don't think... Oh, maybe. I don't know. It'd be close. Because, I mean, we would lose out. We wouldn't have Furious Howl. But he is a cool-looking pet. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Like how much damage he was able to do. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll pick him up. It's always fun to have a couple different pets. What is the problem? There's a problem with let me look it up. There is a problem with pets. With hold on a second. There is an issue. I can't remember what it is. In World of Warcraft, raptor pets have a flaw. Can you tell me what it is? What is it now?
King's honor, friend. Safe travels.
Talk to me. Hey, good.
So this is a curious question, and I actually asked ChatGPT. I asked it to compare a wolf with Furious Hell for a melee-only hunter versus a cat or a raptor, and I asked it to determine which one would let the hunter do more damage overall. And let's see what it said, just out of curiosity. Okay. And what it's saying is that obviously Wolf has Furious Hell, which is a flat attack bonus to you and your pet. It applies to your next melee swing and your pet's next attack swing. Can be timed so it buffs high value attacks like Raptor Attack, which is what I do all the time. It directly increases your damage, not just the pets. It scales with your weapon damage and abilities. Also does really good with crits. Cat, Raptors result, high pet, only DPS, no direct buff to the hunter. The key difference, Wolf buffs hunter and pet. Cat, Raptor buffs pet only. Final answer, in the vanilla meta, Wolf is better for overall damage, especially for melee weaving hunters. Even in a melee focus playstyle, your own attacks, auto plus raptor, hit much harder than pet attacks, so boosting your damage. So right there, I mean, even ChatGPT says what I've already said, which is that if you're doing a melee-only hunter, the wolf pet is going to make you do overall more damage than a cat. Now, I will give the caveat to that and say that when you're level 60, I do think that maybe the cat starts to overtake, because what happens is if you're beast mastery, the attack speed, once you get down here and you get frenzy, the frenzy and the bestial wrath and all that stuff, when you start popping that with a cat, man, he just does a shit ton of damage. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually never tried it with a wolf, so we're actually gonna try it maybe with this character. When she gets to 60, we'll see like how much damage can the wolf do, and maybe we'll go ahead and grab a cat too and just do a direct comparison, and just to see, because we'll be able to figure it out pretty easily, just by splitting apart my damage here in the recount, just doing the same fights versus the same mobs, same rotations. We can pretty quickly tell which one's gonna come out on top. So that'll be a fun little experiment. Yeah, I forgot that Furious Howl also buffs the pet's next attack as well. So remember, Wolf uses Bite, and Bite actually hits fairly hard, especially if it crits. So if you pop Furious Howl, go into battle, your first attack is Raptor Strike, his first attack is Bite. If they both crit, that Furious Howl is gonna push out quite a bit of extra damage. Hey Lost, what's up, man? I'm currently level 27, one bar from 28. We're gonna push for 30 here, man. Let's get it. But we have to fish at some point because we got to start looking for our next weapon upgrade. I mean, this weapon's pretty good, level 25, but I would really like to dual wield, so I'm going to need to get some RNG luck and get multiple one-hand weapons out of fishing crates. It's our only chance, man. It's our only chance.
Yo! Glad I could help.
Now you want to break for a week, really? Oh, there is no break, man. There's only hardcore. This is like the only version of WoW that I can play anymore. Like that keeps me interested because it's challenging. You know, it's hardcore. You only have one life, and if you do like me and you kind of gimp your character with like these different rules that make the character even weaker, it makes it more challenging. It makes it more fun. The more challenging it is, the more fun it is. It's been fun with the events, yeah. I actually they have the Demon Hunter. I kind of was like on my guild, Showbeck came up with this whole demon idea, like demon kind of hunter or demon, where you basically create a character and your character's name has to start with demon and then something else, right? And any class can be the demon hunter, so you can roll any class, right? Of course, you're a night elf, so you can't be like a warlock or a mage, which is kind of sad. I wish it could be a warlock demon hunt, but am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. But anyways, if you follow the rules of the Demon Hunter that we have in the guild, the rules are interesting. Basically, Demon Hunter rules: have demon in the beginning of your name, no chest armor, apparently. Apparently you can't wear any chest armor. No shoulder armor can be worn. Your leg armor you should prioritize leg armor that looks like a skirt, I guess. It says robe style. And you should prioritize swords that sheath on your back if you're melee. It says if you want. Any class can be a demon hunter. And then I don't know what... This is like the guild... Oh, these are the guild Discord servers. There's guild Elfcore, Nelfcore. Yeah. I wonder if I'm... I may not be in that one. I think I am. Never mind. Dwarf mug, which is physical. Yeah. Yeah, I think the demon thing's kind of cool, and I'd like to see more ideas along that road. I think that's a really cool idea. Like a really cool RP thing. But I think we should expand upon that, and I think we should create other roles. You know, I really let me put it in guild chat. I really think we should expand upon the Demon Hunter RP and create other archetypes with similar rules, with similar custom rule sets. Maybe I'll come up with one. Maybe we can come up with one together, you know, you know. But I think, like for me, what I would do would be something like I want to do one that's based around like a cloth, like maybe like a some sort of a like a priest, you know, like meditative type. I don't know. I got to think about it. I got to come up with something. I got to come up with something. Yeah, you could do like. There's definitely some stuff. I think priest would be a good one to do it with. You know. I like this idea. I like an inquisitor, staff melee robes only. Yeah. See, I put that in the guild, and now everybody in the guild's talking about it. Huh. That's all. Okay, we need. Okay, we need heavy hide and skin and raptor skin. What is it called? I don't know if these guys are gonna give me the skin though. We need a raptor hide, which we may not get from these guys. And then we need a heavy hide. I'm not sure if these guys will give us a raptor hide. Is that the rare one? That's just the elder. that would be weird. That would be very bizarre. I would not enjoy that. I'm not gonna tell you right now. I would not enjoy that. That would drive you. That would drive me crazy. Pet's taking some heavy damage right here. It's because I don't know if my fire trap got resisted. Alright, we're gonna have to heal my pet here. So many misses, man. Like, so many misses right there. It is never good to fight mobs that are higher level than you in hardcore WoW, even in any version of WoW, to be honest. But we're just doing this because we're trying to get some regions so I can craft my bracers. Hmm. No, I don't even. I don't know what elf events you're talking about. You just talking about like guild events? Yeah, I don't usually waste my time with that kind of stuff. I'm not big into the RP stuff that much. No, no, I'm too busy just focusing on leveling. I don't have enough time to fuck around with that shit. I don't get to play the game as much as I want. If I did, then I could do that, but God, this guy had me turn up the volume and it's just freaking way too loud, man. I cannot stand that. That super loud volume. Oh, it's a nice shield, actually. This is blocking. Is that 4 stamina? Shit. Well, the biggest reason I came here is I wanted the hides, the heavy hides, but we're not getting them. We're also not getting the deviate. We're also not getting the raptor hide. I know we can get raptor hide from the raptors in Dustwallow Marsh. Apparently we're not getting it here, which sucks. Is that the elite? Yeah, that's the rare. We don't want to mess with him. He'll kick my ass. We've got the Pather coming, so let's pull this guy way back. Where the hell did this guy come from? Did he just like spawn right on top of me? Yeah, man, this respawn right here is fast. Like, I just killed these guys a few minutes ago and they're already spawning. That is crazy. I'm glad I didn't go further in the cave. It could have got me killed. Oh, look, holy shit, the respawn in here is insanely fast. Okay. I just killed this guy like 5 minutes ago.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh, we got a heavy hide. Okay, so now all we need is a raptor hide, which we aren't seem to not be able to get. Got heavy hide. No raptor hide. Level 28. I forgot I was that close. We could go with Trap Mastery, or we could just forget Trap Mastery and go straight into Endurance Training. But we'll do Trap Mastery, I think. We don't want people to ever resist our traps. The sad part is, I think to get a hide that we need, the only thing I can think of is there are level 30 raptors in Arathi. You know me, I don't do no dungeons. First off, I can't equip any gear other than gear I craft, so it's not like anything I get in a dungeon is I can't even equip it, right? So running a dungeon would just be for experience, right? Or doing quests. And I don't typically run dungeons because first I don't trust other players because they're usually not very good. Oh. But yeah, I mean, I would hate to like die in a hardcore character because some stupid people in my group pulled a bunch of extra packs. So yeah, I don't usually group in hardcore that much. I mean, I'll group if I know people. If I know them. Yeah, if I know people. But if I don't know them, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing that. What I'm doing right now is I can only equip gear that I craft. So anything I would get in dungeon I wouldn't be able to use it. Like when you look at my character, it's all stuff I've made. Like Hillman shoulders, you know, finally you can see made by Lonely Elf, made by Lonely Elf, made by Lonely Elf. Red whelp gloves, dark leather belt. Yeah. So yeah, I really just if I know people, like I said, then I'm you know once I get to 60, things will be different, right? Hopefully we'll do some dungeons together at 60. That'll be fun. Gotta get there first though. But I'm thinking our best chance to get the Deviant High would be to kill the raptors because we need a different type of raptor. These guys aren't dropping it. And these are the Highland. So I think. Let me Google it. Wow. Classic. Raptor hide. Yeah. The lowest level one that can drop it is Arathi Highlands. The Highlands Sun Strider has a chance to drop it. Pretty high % drop rate too. Yeah, so the Highland Strider in Arathi Highlands. That's what we want. No, we're in the cave. We're in the cave, but the cave doesn't drop deviant hides. I know, or doesn't drop rep hides. I know because I farmed that cave. I was just in the cave, dude. Weren't you watching? Weren't you fucking watching, dude? I was just in the cave. What the heck? Yeah, they don't drop hides. Huh? None in Wailing Caverns.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
If I can miss with both those. Yeah, they do, yeah. Yes, they do. I'm gonna kite a little bit and just let my pet try to reassess his aggro. Or not.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
There it is. Raptor hide. Alright. I'm pretty sure I got a heavy hide in the bank, so. Oh, we still need 4 large fangs. Crap. We don't have that, which means we. I think it comes off the same raptor as large fang. We have a giant plains creeper dropping, but they are freaking 35 to 36, so I really don't want to fight them. The lower level plains creeper dropping, but they're like 32. Ooh, the Nightbane Worgen drop them. Sweet, let's do that. Nightbane Worgen it is. Much better. This is a long run back. I don't know if I want to run. Do I want to run all the way back? Or do we want to... if we get another heavy hide, okay, we could go ahead and make this spell, which is it's not much. Well, I know we can't because we need the buckle, which we can't get. Oh, we could actually make this. Yeah, that's definitely better than what I'm wearing. Motion focus effects. I'll fix that later. We still need to get to Booty Bay too. Gotta get the fishing book. How much money we got? Ugh, not enough.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend. Help you find something? Be careful.
I've the finest wares in the land. Off with you. What's on your mind? Watch your back.
Hey there.
Signals fade, but you're still on my mind. I trace the static in the dark, like constellations falling apart. I don't wanna lose the sound, but the silence pulls me down.
Hmm.
Settled into place as the darkness starts to rage. I can't get to my soul. Riding tides without a line, thought to swirl inside all that I know.
Great to meet you.
Hello.
Hmm.
See you later.
King's honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Help you find something? See you around.
Hmm. I don't really think there's anybody here. Trade vendor, but that's about it. Expert alchemist. Hmm. Looks like they've fished this stuff out pretty good.
Kept in the dark. Am I so useless? Mouth folded shut, and I'm feeling restless. All the seams erupt, tearing from the inside, jagged little cuts. It feels like war this time.
Did you just get one in the pool, man? Thank you.
The emptiness couldn't turn it all around. Pull the shutter, see the world fly by like images on fire. If only I knew better. Show me something real, make me feel alive. Nothing to conceal, dress me up in all the lights. Everyone is someone, half the speed of light. I don't wanna get it wrong, but it's too late to make it watching from a distance in a crowded room, looking over silhouettes, hoping just to find you. All I knew was lost, fading on the outside. No one counts the cost, burning from the inside. All the hype was bought, senses wearing down, finding empty stares. Couldn't turn it all around. Lit the fuses, see the world drift by like shadows in the night. Thinking I could change it. Show me something real, make me feel alive. Nothing to conceal, dress me up in all the lights. Everyone is someone, half the speed of light. I don't wanna get it wrong, but it's too late to make it Show me something real, make me feel alive.
It's raining here.
Nothing to conceal,
God, come on. The rain in Vanilla is so shit. I mean, look at this. It's the water's getting hit with the rain, but there's no. But I don't see any raindrops in the sky. Like, what the fuck? The weather system, the weather system in the original game was actually better than the weather system in Classic. I don't remember ever seeing this weather actually. I don't know if you guys in the stream, do any of you guys ever remember seeing the water drops like? I don't remember seeing water drops like this. It's just weird because I don't see actually any raindrops landing. I don't want to go any further. Wait, no, I do want to go. This is floating wreckage, so I'm just a little concerned about running into Murlocs here. We're getting too close. But we gotta get this wreckage. Getting dangerously close to Murlocs that'll kick my ass.
The day is late, my path remains. I couldn't stay the same. Sign of life, far from
Alright, so we ended up getting, excuse me, 3 chests. So, let's see if we got an upgrade. Oh, we did get a nice healing potion. So these chests are better than the ones I was getting in, are definitely better than the chests we were opening up in Stone Talon Peak area. Oh, I hate it when you open a chest and all it has is a little bit of silver in it. It's like, come on. Okay, we did get a mana potion, thick leather, and then we got a cloak, so... Still, made some money. And the cloak's probably worth a little bit of money, 27 silver. And these mana potions are way better than the ones I have. And we got a really nice healing potion. So come in handy. Oh, and another floating wreckage. Fuck me. Maybe we'll get something good out of this one. Looking for weapon upgrades. Weapon upgrades would be good, or any kind of like heavy hide, or yeah, or heavy. You know, heavy hide would be good. Come on, what we really want is the chests. I mean, only two taps on these. That's a little disappointing. Alright. Oh my god, another chest that has just like 1 silver in. Are you kidding me? I hate chests that are like that. It's like so bad. It's like 1 silver, thank you.
city homes, it knows my secrets. I'm awake, tangled in regrets.
Alright, that's enough fishing for now. Didn't really get anything. Oh, we got some good potions though. I shouldn't say we didn't get anything. We got some good potions.
There's a spark I can't contain, rising slow through all my veins. I'm breaking through.
What's a level 7 hunter doing here? It's like, I'm level 700. I'm gonna go to Fairmore Island. Doop doo.
Feels violent. Corners of fear I can't disguise. Something in me finally feels alive. There's a spark I
No, 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 no. This is not where we want to be. Shit.
I'm breaking through, leaving shadows, walking past the nights that
You do not want to fall in the water right here, because that shark will come over and kill you.
every part of me
No, don't fall in the water.
I'm standing,
Thank God for hunter tracking, man.
piece of me finds its rest. I'm standing,
Yeah, that was a little scary. Like when you fall in the water there, if that shark happened to be like right beneath me, I was pretty much dead. Like I literally would be dead. I don't think I could have got. Well, maybe I could have got away if I set my pet on him, but it wouldn't have been pretty. That was very risky. This is not a private server. This is a classic era server. Server names in the stream description: Skull Rock. This is a hardcore server, classic era hardcore server.
Can I help you?
Let's go to Stormwind, I guess. It is sad, but again, I've played Turtle WoW for, I played on Turtle WoW back when there were 100 people logging into Turtle WoW, so like a long time ago. And you know what I mean? They brought it upon themselves. I hate Blizzard. Like I hate Blizzard. I'm not a fan of Blizzard Entertainment at all. But Turtle WoW brought this situation upon themselves. They they posted on X posts making fun of Blizzard. They posted their numbers. They very brazenly like sold like heavy monetization stuff to make money. They weren't doing themselves any favors in the way that they managed the server. They could have done a lot. They could have been a lot more on the down low, like a lot of other private servers. So they kind of brought it upon themselves. So it's not surprising what happened. And I think, but I think they'll be back. I don't think, whoever the main guy behind Turtle WoW, they're going to bring up the server again. I think they'll just do it. You got to realize there was a guy that worked for Turtle WoW that was in the United States. He was getting screwed by Blizzard. I mean, he was getting sued and he had no protection because he's in the U.S. Oh, they got super greedy. They were bragging about it, dude. And at the time when they did it, at the time when they were posting these posts on X saying, they posted one post where they were making fun directly of Blizzard in the post, and they literally did at Blizzard Entertainment. Here, Turtle WoW X posts making fun of Blizzard. I mean, it was really stupid. I don't know what idiot there thought it was a good idea to do this. Like open letter and taunting. Turtle WoW was noted for using their official channels to taunt Blizzard, including posting an open letter requesting a licensing framework, creating better content. But there were posts. I wish I could find images of it. But there were posts where they were openly making they would at CS Blizzard Entertainment, like the main Blizzard feed. They would actually, at them, put them in their post so that they were automatically going to see it. And they would make fun of how popular their servers were. It was just really stupid. It's like, why would you do that? So in my mind, that was just incredibly dumb. So they got greedy. They did stupid stuff. So, not surprising what happened. But the biggest thing is Blizzard's working on Classic Plus. So what are you going to do if you're going to release your own Classic Plus? You're going to take out the number one competition. Well, the number one competition for Classic Plus was Turtle WoW. Right? So that made perfect sense that they're going to try to take them out. And they had every legal right to, because they were using their IP to make a shit ton of money. So they had every legal right to do what they did. I liked Turtle WoW. I played on Turtle WoW a lot, all throughout the years. Like I said, I played back on Turtle WoW when there were just a couple hundred people on the server. Back when Torta used to come and message me in Discord all the time, say, "Hey, you gonna stream? You gonna stream? You gonna stream?" Torta used to actually try to get me to stream Turtle WoW, and I did. I said, "Yeah, I'll stream some Turtle WoW." He was super nice to me. He, she, I don't know who Torta is, but So I've been around Turtle for a long time. I just always wish that, my thing with Turtle WoW is all they have to do is bring it back, keep it in Russia, and just get on the Wrath client, man. Just get yourself on the Wrath client. The biggest problem with Turtle WoW was that 1.12 client. If they could just come back, take the time away, take a year, 2, 3 years away, however long it takes, to recreate kind of like a similar server, but do it on a Wrath of Lich King client. They got so good at working in the 1.12 client, I think they didn't want to get away from that. They didn't want to take the time. Maybe they didn't have the skill set. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't have the proper skill set. They were trying to do Unreal Engine, and I knew that wasn't going to work. I'm like, this, because they were talking about it for years, and the demos and stuff of showing of what they did was just too minimal. Like the amount of the rate of progress was so minute that I was like, this isn't going anywhere. Yeah, this isn't going to go anywhere.
Well met.
And 1 gold for pole arms? Damn.
I buy and trade. Farewell.
Good day to you.
Alright, what we got? This. We don't need this. Let's get rid of this. Probably this here.
Safe travels.
You need something?
Light bless you.
Need help? For the Alliance. What can I do for you? Light bless you.
Eat my glizzy, the priestess slain by a Mogrash brute. Trying to kill elites. We just lost 2 elf cores. Oh, so these guys are working together, it looks like, probably doing the elites. What is the last words? How do last words even show up on these things? I don't know. Do you like add last words or like I don't know. No, you eat my glitz. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break, guys. I'm tired and I'm hungry. I gotta get something to eat. And spend some time with the wifey.
Hello. Have a good
Good
one.
day to you. See you around.
Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna take a break. I'll probably come back and stream maybe in a bit, but for now I'm gonna get something to eat. Oh, I got a sunburn today. Like today, I like mowed the yard and then I washed my car. I totally got a sunburn, even though I had a hat on, but I still sunburned my face. It was hot today in Florida. Anyways, man, yeah, have a good one. Good to see you, Mooster, and hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I will catch you later. Peace out, man.